Hey everyone, welcome back to At Home with Claire, but we're not at home. Surprise, surprise, we're in the car again. This is Autumn Shop with Me part 2, and I also want to talk to you about some things that have been going on. Guys, it's hot today. My thermostat reads about 3,700 degrees, and that's not even an exaggeration. It is not the best weather to go autumn shopping, but I've come out of an evening, so I've come to the range. I went to the range in last week's video, and one of my lovelies here who watches and follows me, she works here. This exact store, she works here. She was like, yeah, FYI, we've just started putting stuff out. I was like, oh, okay. So even though in the video I was like, oh, I think this is it, like I think they've sold out, they have just started putting stuff out. And then she said on there, like, we've just started putting out a lot more and more stock is coming every day. And I was like, I am coming back. So yeah, today's the day. I left it a few days to come back, but I've come back to the range. Also, a brand new Home Bargains, as in it's moved from the upper levels. Home Bargains has moved down to the lower levels, and I've not been in there. I've only probably been in once, twice in my life. So I'm going to go into Home Bargains because I've been seeing them all over TikTok, and I've been seeing their autumn range. What else was there to mention? Did I mention it's hot? I might have. I think I've already mentioned that. Also, it reached 33, I think, the other day, and I put it on my Instagram stories. And I listen, Linda, listen. I love everyone that watches me, is my USA friends and my Canadian friends, because I know that it's like 45 degrees where some of you are, and when you see a Brit complaining about 32 degrees, and my Australian friends actually, when you see us complaining about 32 degrees, I totally get it. You're probably sitting at home like, is she all right? Is she all right? We are literally, have you ever been cremated, Claire? Because that is how it's feeling like in Texas right now. So let me explain two words, aircon. It doesn't exist here. It does. You can buy a little unit that you plug in, and it's really expensive to run on electric. Home internal house aircon, not a thing. Not a thing for the UK, most of the UK, unless you've got money, and most of Europe actually. So it's really hard to explain. So if you're in the USA or Canada right now, and it's like, let's say it's a 35 degrees and you're finding it quite a pleasant warmth, imagine 35 to 40 degrees outside, and then imagine that inside your house at all times with no escape at all. There's no way of getting around it. You put a fan on, but all that does is blow 90-degree heat in your face. There's no escape from the heat for most people here. So when you hear us moaning about the heat, that's why, because there's no escape for us at all. But yeah, honestly, I mean, I say we're not being dramatic, but we are quite dramatic about it. I know the Brits are known for talking about the weather, and I'm not gonna lie, it's true, we are weather obsessed. But anyway, enough talking, Claire. I am gonna get inside to check out the range because it's now 10 to 7. It closes at 8. I still want to get over to Home Bargains. I actually don't know what time they close. I'm assuming the same. I'm assuming 8 o'clock. And then we're going to get home and we need to talk.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden things. Mountain laurel, high five. daffodils in spring, rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything, golden. I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Walk up the river by my son. Feet step over splinters of the moon. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold birds, gold string, gold words, gold anything, golden. I'll follow.
Okay, I secured something from the range and they're gorgeous. I'm walking. Can we tell the world I'm walking to Home Bargains? It's not a million miles away, but anyone who comes to Lakeside Retail Park drives from shop to shop to shop. So yeah, where is it? Oh, it's there. Walking to Home Bargains. And yeah, lots of kids around. It's the summer holidays, so any teenagers who've got nothing to do kind of hang out in groups and gangs. And I'm sounding like an old lady now, like how dare they? Oh my god, who are here? It's actually freezing in here. The aircon is airconning.
You could see yourself just sitting there on my chair. I'm staring at you, you don't even notice. Should've told you straight away, you don't have to be afraid anymore. I know you haven't noticed. You'll know, you'll know.
Right, back in the car. The sun, I'm in the wrong, oh, hello, that works. It's 7:20 in the evening. Job well done. It has brought a smile to my face, I have to say. Even just coming out on a whim to see what else was available, I'm happy because I got something. Did I get it for the sake of getting it? No, not at all. I got it because it's pretty and it's beautiful, and that is my one and only autumnal fall 2024 piece. Because, you know, I've got forever, and I feel like, even though I felt like last week there wasn't much in store, I feel like things are getting better. I am also getting redder and redder in the face. So I said it last year how the UK, we never did autumnal fall decor. It was not a thing. But America, you influencers, if you have not heard the saying, when America sneezes, the whole world catches a cold. If you've never heard that, it's mostly to do with politics, if I'm honest, and maybe weather. Because believe it or not, when you guys get hurricanes, we get the arse end of it like 2 weeks later. So anyway, but yeah, when America sneezes, the whole world catches a cold. That is the saying. And it's true, guys, because in all honesty, when I was a child, Halloween was a black bin bag. What would you call that in America? A waste, in Canada even, a waste disposal black sack, the plastic black sack. That was Halloween when I was a child. Your parents would cut a hole at the your parents would cut a hole at the bottom of the bag, and then two holes in the sides of the bag. That is it, mate. Straight on. That, you're a witch. Well done, you're a witch. That was Halloween when I was a child. And now, of course, America sneezed. And of course, Halloween is a much bigger deal here now. In fact, when we moved into this house 8 years ago, it was a shock to me because I was in a flat, like 8th floor apartment, say, for 20 years. So living in a house on a road, and Halloween came and the door did not stop knocking all night long for trick-or-treaters. And I was like, what is going on? What is going on? Was not prepared our first year there. Did not make that mistake again. The following year, I'm now dripping. I'm dripping. I can't put the aircon on in my car because it's so loud. And yeah. Anyway, cut a long story short, right? I'm not very good at that, by the way. Basically what I'm saying is things are getting bigger and better. Everyone knows that America does everything bigger. Halloween is massive in America, as is decorating for the seasons. Decorating for the seasons is still not really a thing here, especially spring, Easter. Very rare would I see any of my friends or myself put anything up for spring and Easter. But autumn and fall, it's getting bigger, guys. It's getting bigger. So even just walking into Home Bargains and seeing those few pieces, which were beautiful, very similar to the range, very similar products to the range, but that cast iron pumpkin casserole dish, listen, if you already did not know how much I hate cooking, I would have totally lied for the camera and bought that just because I'd be, I'm gonna make a casserole. I'm not gonna make a casserole. I'm not gonna make a casserole. I'm never gonna use it. If I make a casserole, it's a, what do you guys call them? Crock pots. We call them slow cookers. We make casseroles in our slow cookers. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy something like that to put in the oven. And let's be honest, I'd burn it and destroy it. Then it would have a black tar-like stain at the bottom of it for around 6 months because I wouldn't be able to get out my burnt casserole. But that was gorgeous, stunning. And yeah, I'm very aware that this sun is more than likely showing up my beard and moustache right now. But anyway, it is time to get home. I'll show you, I might as well show you what I've got right now because I'm so happy. I said in my last video I don't really like in your face pumpkin bright orange autumnal stuff, but these are like a beautiful muted Is the sun gonna sabotage me? I love anything twiggy, rattan, that kind of jute, rattan, twiggy, knitted vibe. And gorgeous! I love them. And when I say, when the whole world, when America sneezes, the whole world catches a cold, I rest my case. The fall collection. Now, it was the fall collection last year. If you watched last year's autumn shop with me, I was like, fall? Since when are we American? So yeah, it was you guys are influencing us and our decisions on what to spend our money on. And apparently it's autumn decor. So let's go home. Well, let's go. Ooh, with my autumnal decor. Okay. We definitely need to talk. I have see, once I put it out there. Oh, right, okay. So, earlier on this year, 2024, around February time, Tim came home from work and it had taken him 3 hours. Very regular. It's a regular thing that the motorway he uses, it's called the A13. It's a nightmare commute. Regular days, just an hour. Takes him an hour on average to get to work. And back in February, something happened. One little bump. And he got stuck in traffic for 3 hours. And that became almost like a catalyst. And it triggered a series of events. And by the beginning of March, Tim had just had enough. And we all know I started this channel last year to document my home and doing DIYs. And I said when I started that channel that we wanted to move, but we couldn't move because Tim went from just 1 day a week in the office to 3 days a week in the office. And I was okay with that. I'd made my peace with the fact that we have to wait until he retires before we can move out of the area. Fast forward to February, March this year, a whole year after we were first talking about moving, yeah, he'd got to the point where he was like, I don't get why I'm sitting in traffic for an hour to 2 hours when it's an hour by train if we move. So straight away I got my hopes up again and I was like, oh, don't tell me we can move because the house will be on the market tomorrow. Don't say it out loud. So after about a week of discussions, we talked a lot about it. We really want to live closer to Tim's family. We want to be by the grandbabies. We want to be in their lives more. And that would involve moving 2 hours north of where we are now to Northamptonshire. So anyone in the UK will know where that is, but if you're outside of the UK, it's the Midlands. So it's like Middle England, Middle Earth. So by the end of March, the decision was made that we are in fact moving. We are moving. We are moving. We are selling the house and we are moving. This was the decision made pretty much solid by the end of March. And I kept saying to Tim, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to commute by train? It's 1 hour by train into central London, into King's Cross, St Pancras. And then he has to get across London to his office. And he was just like, I might as well because I'm sitting in that traffic anyway. So yeah, trust me, I did go back and forth and I was like, you need to be sure. You need to be sure because the second you tell me something, I will grab it and I will hold on to it. And so he was like, 100%, we need to do this. We need to go. You need to go. You want to go. You need more space anyway for my other channel, Claire's Crafty Corner, and I'm drowning. I'm drowning in my craft room where I am here now. It's the box room, and So the decision was made, guys. The decision was made that we are in fact leaving Essex. We are leaving Essex. I have just had a shower and my hair is drenched, so, and I'm also very flustered. Now here's the thing, I haven't said anything about it on my YouTube channel or my Instagram or my online platforms because I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to jinx anything. Equally, I really wanted to talk to you guys about it because I just feel like I was going through it all alone. I was going through it so alone and I had no one really to talk to apart from, I guess, my immediate family. But they're like, whatever, innit? Go for it. Do follow your dreams as long as you're happy. But I don't know if I regret that decision now, and maybe I should have been more open and honest, and you guys could have come along for the whole journey with me. Equally, I didn't want to jinx it. I felt like if, you know, I'd manifested this for so long, I felt like if I put it out into the universe now, that anything can go wrong. And I'll be honest, guys, anything still can go wrong. We're not there, like, it's not like we've got the keys to our new house. So, but I have got to the point now where I have to talk about it. I have to just let it out there. What will be, will be. So many people know now that, like, and nothing bad has happened. So I did tell my patrons, for my other channel, Claire's Crafty Corner, I do have a Patreon, and I did tell them a few weeks back, and I was like, guys, I need to tell someone because I don't know when is the best time to talk about it openly, because in England, buying and selling houses in England, it is an actual literal joke. And nothing is legalised, nothing is set in stone here until the exchange of contracts, and until that point anyone can pull out. It could be 3 months, 4 months, 5 months until you exchange contracts. You could go through everything, every legal loophole, fill out all the paperwork, do all of the things, spend the money on the solicitors, spend the money on your surveys, do all of the things, and still someone in that buying chain can still pull out all the way up until exchange. So why now? Why now, Claire? So we did go on the market. I did say to Tim, I'm gonna go full steam ahead with this. And of course he just let me take the reins. I cleaned the house. You guys would have seen the empty house tour video on this channel. And it was the video filmed just before we put the house up for sale. And the estate agent came round and he was like, oh, it's very lovely. I was like, thanks. He took the photos, we went on the market, we went up for sale, and it happened so fast. I couldn't even catch a breath. Selling didn't happen fast. Actually physically selling the house was not as straightforward because it is a bad time. It's a bad time. Interest rates are at an all-time high. There's fewer and fewer people coming forward to buy houses right now. But that didn't bother us. We're moving to a cheaper area, so it wasn't about that. It wasn't about any monetary gain. It was about doing the right thing, moving closer to family, and it was not a good time. It was not a good time. I have been watching the market for the last 6 months on Rightmove, on Zoopla, which are the two main house selling websites in the UK. And I guess Zoopla would be like Zillow, and Rightmove would, I don't know what the equivalent would be, but anyway. And nothing was budging, nothing. At least it wasn't budging until it had been dramatically reduced in price by 15, 20, 25, 30,000. Nothing was selling. So we went on the market in April. My dates now, I'm all over the place with my dates. Cut a long story short, we sold. We sold on the 10th of June 2024. We are now August. It has been the hardest thing to keep quiet. The house is full of boxes. It's very, very risky at this stage to pack, but I can't not pack. I would rather pack and things fall apart than get a call to say, right, this is your date, you're moving in 2 weeks, and having not packed a thing. I can't cope with that scenario. So I did start packing, and that means that every room in my house has got boxes everywhere. So yeah, I have been filming it. I've been filming the whole process since March. I've been filming everything about it. When we had viewings, I filmed us going up to Northamptonshire, looking at houses. I didn't film in every house because every house we looked at sometimes had people in there still. But we found a house. We found a house and I fell in love with the house immediately. So did Tim. I cried over this house. I didn't want to leave this house. I felt a really strong emotional attachment to this house. I cried as soon as the estate agent said, what do you think? I cried. And I couldn't imagine not getting this house. And we hadn't even gone on the market when we viewed this house. It's been the weirdest, strangest, surreal, most serendipitous series of events. We got this house. We got the house. And we hadn't even gone up for sale at this point. Like I said, I have been filming since March, so these videos will come, but not until we get the keys. So really, I will tell you so much more as time goes on, but we've sold. We found a house 2 hours north in Northamptonshire, 6-minute drive from the grandbabies. 6-minute drive from the grandbabies. It's gonna be amazing. It is gonna be incredible. The people buying our house came yesterday, and the reason I really want to talk about this now is because the people that are buying our house came yesterday to measure up, and they really measured up, and they saw that I'd been packing, because I've still got this internal what if fear. What if they pull out? I know we won't be pulling out, and I know that the house we're buying, they're already moving out. So I know that we are solid, but it was our buyers. I don't know them. I don't know their intentions. So when they came and they were like, oh my God, you're packing already, so are we. And I was like, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. And I said, yeah, I know it's risky because, you know, you guys could always pull out. And she was just like, us pull out? Not gonna happen. We were worried that you might pull out. And I was like, that's not gonna happen. Anyway, I've got my period. My 30-second period that I get every month, which I still need to do a video on. I need to finish the video on the operation I had last year, which has put a stop to my periods, and now I get them for about 20 minutes. Anyway, oh, Claire. So that's the situation. That's what's been going on. And I didn't take a break on my home channel because of this. I genuinely was sick. I caught COVID in the middle of it. I caught COVID. I went away, got sick, caught COVID. You all know the story. All right, Claire, calm down. You're not the first person to catch COVID. But then I got a bad back, and I was doing viewings while I was in agonizing pain. The whole thing. I've got a whole video coming, but I don't want to put that video out until we get the keys. So what I need from you guys, whatever you believe in, whether you pray to whatever God you have, whether you are like me and you give gratitude to the universe for all of the good things and manifest all of the good things, I need you to all do all of your things and yeah, basically hope and pray that everything goes smoothly from here on in. We never know. We just never know. I could be back here next week after all of these months and say it's fallen through. But with your positive vibes, positive energy and manifesting, we're gonna be moving. We're gonna be moving 2 hours north. And that's that. I've said it out loud. It's all okay. Oh, I'll see you in the next video.